Hi guys, I'm Kira D. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about microlocs, specifically on tapered hair or hair with shaved sides. So I am four and a half months in, and let me just show you my hair first before we get into it. Alright, so that's my hair. I started with tapered cut, shaved sides, and there was like just literally shaved sides. And of course we were at home 4 months with no barbers, and I decided why not. So like I said, it's been 4 months, and so during that time I searched. Even before I decided to lock my hair, I searched and searched for persons specifically with microlocs on shaved sides or on tapered hair, and I found probably 2, and one was an installation using like finger coils, and there was one more, but it didn't really show how it was done. So I just basically winged it. I tried to use my common sense in terms of, you know, how I think that I could do it, and how to try to work with my low sides and locked hair on top. So I just wanted to share with you some pros and some cons, and if you have any questions, anything that you want me to record, or anything that you want me to do a video explaining or talking about in more detail, then I'm happy to do so. So in terms of the cons, I'm going to start with the cons first. So obviously shorter sections of your hair will keep coming out, and that was especially where I had the length, and that section where it wasn't quite short, but it wasn't quite long either. I had initially tried to lock those, and I did interlock them. I did get through interlocking them, which was a challenge, but then after all that hard work, they just slipped right out. So I gave up, realizing that it didn't make any sense. They're just going to keep coming out no matter how much I did them. So I just had to look for other alternatives in terms of working with the longer hair and the shorter size not looking unkempt. So 1, shorter sections will keep slipping out. 2, the ugly phase. Now remember, I said I started with shaved sides, and so there was that cute phase where I had the hair on top and then my sides were shaved, but then as the sides started to grow out, it wasn't long enough to do anything with per se, but it wasn't just short enough to just brush down as usual with my shaved sides. And so there was that stage where I felt like it was the ugly stage, where I was just like, man, like, what do I do with these sides? So luckily enough though, I was home most of the times, #Rona, and so I wasn't really out much, and when I had to go out, I just resorted to wraps and stuff like that. Perhaps it won't feel like an ugly stage to you, but that's what it was for me, where I felt kind of like unkempt, like, you know, my hair wasn't done. that's what it felt like. Con number 3 is having to have 2 different types of maintenance with the sections of your hair. So where the locked area is a different kind of maintenance to the side. So I would have to resort to different products and tools to keep the sides looking neat. So on the top, little to no maintenance. Spritz it, keep it moisturized, and keep it moving. The sides, however, I had to do basically almost on a daily basis, where I'd have to use my curl brush, and I'd have to use product to get the hair curled and looking a certain way that is acceptable to me, and that it's not like it kind of works with the top. So can be a little annoying to have to do 2 sets of maintenance for, you know, the Microlocs versus the loose short hair at the sides. But that's what you will have to expect if your hair is as short as this at the sides. And con number 4, which hasn't happened quite yet, but I imagine that it probably would be a challenge, and that is integrating new locks into the grid. So I would imagine, I don't know how long it would take for my hair to grow out, whether it's going to be months, a year, I don't know. But when that does happen, to lock the hair and like keep working with the grid that exists, I don't know, I envision it being a problem. Maybe it won't, but that might be a challenge, to have it just, you know, keep going with what was there already. We'll see. Obviously, because my hair is short, when I did the initial interlocking, when I twisted my hair, doing the twists, the whole process, the whole beginning DIY process, the twisting, the interlocking takes that much. Like it's short. It would be short in comparison to either doing really long hair or a full head of hair. I only had this section to interlock. So obviously, and my hair is, you know, this long, and you know, it's been 4 months, so it was initially shorter than it is now. So I would imagine, one, it would take a really short time to do the initial installation in comparison to a full head of hair or really long hair. Consequently, as well, because of the limited area in which locks are installed, the reties will also be a short amount of time, because I'm not retying the sides at this particular point in time. It will change as your hair gets longer if you do decide to grow your sides out. But if not, or for this moment, reties would take a short amount of time than having to retie a whole head of hair. And final pro, biggest pro, I personally think that tapered Microlocs look bomb. I've since seen a couple of persons who have tapered hair, like still haven't seen them with in between shaved sides, but persons who have like shorter lengths at the side, still full head retie, shorter length at the side and longer at the top, and you can obviously see the tapered look, and I think it personally looks really, really nice. So if that's the look you're going for, go for it. All right, so I mean, overall, from me personally, even when I look at the pros and the cons, I love this. I mean, I switch my hair up, like I'm not attached to hair per se, but I really am enjoying the journey of microlocking, the whole DIY process, and just looking forward to see how my hair changes over time. It doesn't look the way it initially looked when I first started, and just seeing what would happen over months and possibly years to come. So I'm excited. What about you? I want to encourage you to journey with me. So if you want to stay tuned, if you want to stay up to date with my progress and, you know, what I've been doing, what lessons I've learned, what not to do, what to do based on my experience, click that subscribe button. Go ahead, click it. I'll pause. Click. Yes. And while you're at it, click the notification bell as well. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, stay blessed.